The world's leading press advocacy body has said that Turkey's infamous anti-defamation law, widely exploited by President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, is a new type of threat against journalists, obstructing professional journalistic activities and taking a toll on reporters. Nina Ognianova, the coordinator of the Committee to Protect Journalists, CPJ, Europe and Central Asia Program, wrote on the CPJ's website on Monday that 236 people have been investigated for allegedly insulting the president, according to statistics from the Turkish Justice Ministry as reported by the BBC, with 105 indicted in the first 7 months of Erdoğan's presidency. Journalists, students, activists, artists, and scholars are among the defendants. Ognianova said Erdoğan is known for being intolerant of critics and that Turkey jailed the highest number of journalists in the world with more than 60 behind bars at the height of the crackdown in 2012. Most of those have been released, but the press faces another threat. Article 299 of the Penal Code, insulting the president, which carries a prison term of more than 4 years if content deemed to be offensive is published in the press, she said. Media scholar Ceren Sözeri told her that the article has been part of the country's criminal code for a long time, since 1926, but that none of Erdoğan's predecessors had made such ample use of it. Last October, Erdoğan met with representatives of CPJ in Ankara and said the media should never be given the liberty to insult. Ognianova said he did not clarify who should have the authority to determine what falls under criticism or insult. In January, Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu said in his speech before the Council on Foreign Relations in New York that social values determine what is regarded as an insult, drawing criticism from press freedom advocates. Ognianova said the CPJ is aware of at least 20 cases of journalists on trial in Turkey under Article 299 or other laws for allegedly insulting Erdoğan in articles, columns, posts on social media, and even a defense delivered in court. The CPJ mentioned Hürriyet editor-in-chief Can Dündar, the Hürriyet Daily's Washington correspondent Tolga Tan and Burgun editor-in-chief Bar Nce as leading examples of journalists facing charges under the pretext of insulting the president. Ognianova said the CPJ has documented the cases of 2 other Turkish journalists convicted recently for insulting Erdoğan on Twitter, though their charges were not brought under Article 299. Today's Zaman's editor-in-chief Bülent Kenz was handed a 21-month suspended prison sentence over a tweet the court deemed offensive against Erdoğan. The CPJ condemned the prison sentence handed to Kenz last month, saying that it is relieved to see that the sentence was suspended but adding that he is hardly free. Another journalist was Taraf journalist Mehmet Baransu, who was given a 10-month jail sentence for insulting Erdoğan in a series of tweets. Such cases, Ognianova said, even when they do not result in imprisonment, take a toll on journalists, adding, constantly appearing in court and defending the right to report or express an opinion amounts to obstruction of professional activities. On Tuesday, the Second Anadolu Penal Court of First Instance said in its reasoned decision that St, a 62-year-old retired teacher, was handed a 15-month suspended prison sentence because the court did not find his defense sincere. St was accused of insulting Erdoğan on his Facebook page. St denied the charges. 2 17-year-old activists were also given 8-month suspended prison sentences for chanting anti-Erdoğan slogans during a march marking the death of Berkan Elvan, a teenager who was killed by a police tear gas canister during anti-government demonstrations in the summer of 2013. The Bileşik Penal Court of First Instance claimed that suspects FZ and GG exceeded the limit of criticism and insulted the president with their slogans. The activists' prison sentences were converted into a TL 4,700 fine that the activists were ordered to pay if they commit another crime within 3 years. Also on Tuesday, the Second Istanbul Penal Court of First Instance asked NCE to pay TL 7,500 for insulting Erdoğan in a series of news reports regarding the corruption scandal that implicated the president and his inner circle. Ognianova met with NCE in Istanbul in May, when he was preparing for his defamation trial over an acrostic in which the first letter of each line says Thief Tayyip. The indictment seeks up to 6 years in prison for NCE.